Mike Woodson goes on the College Hoops podcast with Jeff Ronstein. What did he have to say on there? We'll dive into all the juicy details on this episode. Let's get into it.
1 for 3 on the way.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Indiana Sports Connection. I am your residential anchor, Aaron. Thank you so much for being here and being part of this Indiana Hoosiers and Colts community on here. So today we're going to be talking about the Hoosiers. Mike Woodson goes on a podcast. He was talking about all the little things with the team, all the little things that you really want to hear. And I'm going to just tell you, like, a lot of it was just really tickling my behind bone. He was saying a lot of things that you really want to hear. So we're going to get into talking about all those clips and reacting to them. The season is coming up so quick. When you look at it right now, you have just under 4 weeks until the team starts practicing again. And then just after that, we have a big time announcement that they will be playing Tennessee in Knoxville on October 27th in a scrimmage. So that, if anybody wants to go to that game with me, I will be going to that. So if you're in Fort Wayne and you want to ride down there with me, go ahead and shoot me an email I totally forget my new email. Hillbilly Monkey, why do I not remember this email? What is it? Will you tell them the email?
Yeah, you can't remember shit, you stupid son of a bitch. The email is indianasportsco@proton.me.
All right, well, there you have it. He knows the email. Put it up there on the screen. But we're going to get right into all these clips. It's really making me know how close we are to Indiana basketball when I was listening to this podcast, because I'm like, yeah, 4 weeks they're going to start practicing. And then a few weeks after that, we'll see that first scrimmage. And then November 5th.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The first game. So it's not going to be much time, and we're going to see all these guys out there. There's a lot of different things to take from some of these clips, and we get a little bit of insight into some different players. Like, we get an update on Jalen Newton that we'll just talk about that later. And then one of the other things, Gabe Cupps, what is he doing this year? Because seems like things are really on the up and up for Gabe Cupps. So I'm going to do the rest of this episode from somewhere more comfortable, like, oh wait, and it looks like I'm already there. Yeah. I will be at the golf course doing the rest of this episode, so we will be showing the clips and reacting to them from there. And no, Hillbilly Monkey, you cannot go to the golf course because you've been a bad boy. So let's get right into it. You know what? I'm not asking people to subscribe to the channel anymore because it feels like begging to me. So don't subscribe. Just hit the thumbs up button and share the video. Send it to your friends and tell all your friends about it. Hey, I watched this guy. He's a complete moron on this show. It's called Indiana Sports Connection. Sometimes he's right. Sometimes he's wildly wrong. Whether you agree, disagree, or you're somewhere in between, send Indiana Sports Connections to all your dearest friends, and let's get right out to the golf course and not leave him waiting out there like a goddamn moron that he looks like out there with his clothes on. Let's get into talking about the Indiana Hoosiers. All right, let's get into it. I should be shooting the show out here all the time. In this first clip, Mike Woodson, he breaks down what they need perimeter shooting, and he talks a lot about the stuff that's really tickling my behind bone, what they got coming in and what they need to do with that. Let's run that clip right here.
But mainly, you know, I'm hoping and feeling good about us addressing our shooting from the perimeter by bringing Goody and getting Mac back. And, you know, I think Kane Carlisle and guys like Miles Rice can knock shots down. Gabe is shooting the ball extremely well this summer. And then we got Gallo and Anthony and Jalen Newton coming back. So, you know, I mean, I feel good about our perimeter play. We just got to put it all together and get them comfortable when they out on the floor making shots.
So we like to hear that. We got all the players in the portal. Now he asks them about what it takes to get better looks, to get a better shot percentage going into this next year. Some of this I don't explicitly agree with, but it is what it is with Mike Woodson. We're going to take it for what it is, but we'll run the clip and then we'll talk about it in just a second.
I'm curious though, Woody, how much will the space that Oumar Ballo carves out on the low block help you become a better shooting team because you're going to take higher percentage shots?
Well, again, John, I look at our last 3 years, we got good looks from the perimeter, and we just didn't knock them down. And, I'm hoping this year, you're going to get some of the same looks. We won't, play, people thought, with Trace and Big Ware, Trace Jackson Davis, we strictly played inside out, and we ran more pick and rolls than we did post ups with Trace Jackson Davis. And so I'm looking to hopefully run more pick and rolls this year and still utilize Malik and big fella Ballo on the inside when we have to. But it should open up the doors a little bit if they're double team for guys to still get those same looks and feel good about knocking them down.
The part I disagree with him on that is about getting good looks. Like, we got good looks last year. Fails to ever say anything in the way of, like, we got to get this guy a shot. And maybe he's never going to say that. We really need to just move on from this, because he's never going to say, I need to set these guys up for shots here and there. Now, let's take a listen to the next clip here, and then we will talk about it in just a second.
It gives us a different look. Gallo's still in rehab trying to get back. That's not to say that he won't be in the lineup. Competition and putting enough talent on the ball club is, I think, healthy, and it eventually will play its way out in terms of who plays and who don't play a whole lot. And this summer play that we've had, our 8-week program has been very competitive, and we still haven't had Gallo and Ja'Kiah Newton, two guys that, I think are tough and hard-nosed players that are very competitive. So I'm looking to get both of those guys back. Ja'Kiah's been in and out a little bit, but Gallo is still rehabbing from knee surgery. So I'm looking forward to when we officially start and see where we are. But I'm very pleased with Ja'Kiah and Rice in their play this summer, and hopefully they can continue to grow and get better for us.
Right at the end of that, he said that Ja'Kiah Newton has not been with the team the entire time. So, there's definitely something happening there. It might be, the guy I really felt bad for a long time, Maurice Creek, it might be a situation like that where he never really ever fully recovers. And, I feel for guys like that never really fully recover like that. But you can tell Galloway is probably going to start. Galloway is probably going to fight his way into a starting role. And just from listening to this interview, from what I'm taking of what he's saying about Kanan Carlisle, I just think he is loyal to Galloway. And many people might disagree. Leave your comments down below. Just a feeling inside that I have. But let's go on to the next clip here. Mike Woodson, he talks a little bit more about the team. Let's get into it and we'll react about it.
Well, you like to think, guys like Gallo and Malik and McKenzie, all three played well for us last year. Gabe has really played well this summer. So, I just think, he's made a nice jump from his freshman year coming into summer play. And, I think he's going to be steady and solid for us as well. So, I like to thank the guys that's been here that know our system and know what we're doing, should make a quicker jump. But you never know with the new guys as well, man. Anything can happen. Goody has really played extremely well for us this summer. So I'm looking for big things out of him because he is a senior and he has experience in playing in the Big Ten.
In that last clip, one of the names coming up all the time, Gabe Cupps. Seems like Woodson or him or whatever the kind of work he's doing in the summertime is buying him some really great graces. So it's just kind of a surprise that Gabe Cupps is a person that he really pointed out over anybody else as making strides, not Kanan Carlisle, Miles Rice I think is going to be fine. Gabe Cupps puts in a lot of work ethic into everything he does. He's got the Gabe Cupps Breakfast Club, which I actually just recently started doing this myself. June 1st, I started working out at 5 a.m. I will tell you, and I'm not trying to rub things in people's faces, but it is life-changing if you can do a process like that. It has totally helped me mentally. Let's go ahead and listen to this next clip, and then we will react to it. And I can hit this ball on the green from out here in the fairway. I got 212 left on this par 5. Time to smash it.
And last spring to be home and to watch March Madness.
Wasn't fun, my man. Not at all. And, I made it very clear to our ball club after we realized we weren't going to make the tournament that I'm not going to sit another year and watch basketball on TV during March Madness. That we had to go out and get better as a ball club, and then we got to come back and put it all together. And we've made that start this summer, and it's got to be a carryover in the official practice and then get ready for this upcoming season, man, because it's a lot of work. That's frustrating. You don't play college basketball to watch it on TV during March Madness. You want to get a shot at it and see how you fare and see if you can make it all the way to the Final Four and win it. That's what it's all about.
That's good. He's pissed off about last year. Fuck yeah, everybody's pissed off about last year. You should show more of that to the fans. Yeah, you're pissed off that you didn't make the tournament. Everybody's pissed off you didn't make the tournament. This is the first time I really heard him articulate, yeah, I'm pissed off the way the guys played last year. They didn't play hard. They didn't seem like they were into it. And that's really what we want to hear. We want to hear the real inside, you are frustrated with the players just like we're frustrated with the players. If they're not trying hard on the court, which we saw a lot of that last year, then tell us why. Tell us what needs to happen next. Turn this into a winning program. Now we have all the talent out there. You just got to put it together, Mike Woodson. Then in this last clip, he talks about what it means to move this team forward. They made the tournament the first 2 years and then didn't make it that third year. This year, he could really change the entire, legacy of himself by taking this team deep into the tournament. I think he's got it. I think he understands what needs to be done. We're going to play this clip and then we'll go right back to you in the studio.
As a ball club and believe that we can do that. the first 2 years, we were a game away from, going to the Big Ten tournament finals. And then last year, we don't even make the tournament. So, every year expectations are high here in Indiana, and they should be that way. I've never doubted that in one moment when I took the job. And that's the only way you should want it. So it's going to be a lot of work that's got to be put in on my part in terms of me and my staff getting these guys to come in and play at a high level and do what's expected of them on and off the court, because that's what it's going to take to win the Big Ten title and possibly a national title.
Well, there you have it. He addressed a lot of the concerns we have. Shooting. There are so many things where you sit there, and that is the main thing, perimeter shooting. Now, is he going to change his style? I don't think he's going to really change his style that much, and we talked about that earlier. But it is what it is. And I think one of the main things we want to see out of a team like this is to bring Indiana to national prominence again. And if we could get to that level where people are talking about us in that way again, I think many, many people will be very, very satisfied just with that. And then we can get, hopefully, into the Final Four. But that is a long way off and a lot of work to do. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Indiana Sports Connection. Until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier and Colts fans.